guys, zerocielX back once again with another Pokemon Showdown battle in the underused tier once again. As you can see here, I'm using the exact same team as the last time, but you may notice that I no longer have the Honchkrow. That's because Honchkrow really wasn't pulling his weight as much as everybody else in the team, and I was having a lot of problems with bulky water types. So I decided to slap a Raikou on here and see how that went. My opponent, on the other hand, he's running a pretty cool looking team. I like the team. I saw it. I'm like, wow, the team looks pretty solid. I mean, he has the Fire, Water, Grass core between Chandelier, Swampert, and Roserade. He has the Crobat, which is always a pain to face. I mean, the thing can do a lot of, he can fulfill a lot of roles in the team. So it's kind of hard to work around it. U-turning and Brave Birding everything to oblivion. But I do have. I have things to handle it, but in the late game, this thing could be kind of a problem. But then there's also the Weavile, always a threat with Swords Dance and Ice Shard and Ice Punch and the Low Kick and all that stuff. It could be running a Choice Band set, but I really don't see those around very often. Then again, I don't see Weavile around as often either, so there's that. There's also a Heracross, which right off the bat, everybody just assumes that it's a Scarfed Moxie Cross. Because I guess that's the best that Heracross can run. I don't know. I've seen people run it a lot, so who knows? But yeah, this is a really good match, and one of the few good matches I got today. So here it is. Let's begin. My opponent leads off with the Weavile right off the bat, as I lead with my Boom Man. He really can't do much to me, and scare him out with the possibility of a short scarf close combat. So he's gonna switch out to Crobat to take the Volt Switch rather well. I mean, super effective, but it still doesn't do too much. Then I Volt Switch out into my Raikou. Scare him out with the possibility of me being scarfed as well, because didn't really reveal my item, the item on the Goblin yet. It could be Choice Bandit for all he knows, but he goes for this Super Fang, which is a move that I completely forgot that this thing gets. Crobat. I was expecting him to U-turn, so I set up a Calm Mind right off the bat. And this turn, I predict him to go for the taunt to prevent me from setting up anymore. So I just go straight for the Thunderbolt and take out the Crobat. So that's great. Crobat's out of the way, so don't have to fear his U-turn shenanigans anymore. So Meloetta could potentially sweep. I don't know. I'll have to get rid of this Weavile, and then I'm pretty much set to sweep. Anyways, in comes the Swampert. I didn't. This is exactly why I wanted Hidden Part Grass. I would have taken out the Swampert. There would have been no rocks, and everything would have been nice and dandy. But turns out this is actually gonna play kind of a role, I guess. I don't know. You guys, you guys will see. Anyways. We trade rocks here, and then I go for the Earthquake, trying to get some damage off from Swampert. I mean, Swampert doesn't get any recovery, so any kind of damage on a wall doesn't get recovery move. It's always nice. He ends up roaring me into Rambi, which is the Snorlax. And now that I think about it, that nickname makes no sense. Oh god. So anyway, he's gonna switch on to Weavile. I'm kind of turned behind. Go for the Whirlwind, and that is nice because racking up Stealth Rock damage in the Weavile is just fantastic. So the Roserade sets up a layer spikes. I end up going for the Whirlwind. I was kind of expecting him to go for the Sleep Powder, so I was so tempted to go for the Sleep Talk, but I was like, I'm just gonna go for Whirlwind. I mean, I kind of just want to rack up some damage on the Chandelier and the Weavile over there, which is always nice. He goes to Chandelier, of course, goes to Fire Blast, misses, doesn't matter, because Rambi would have taken that hit easily, like, damn. Now here I make a very stupid play as the Weavile comes in. I switch out into Boom Man. I really have no idea what I was predicting there, but he goes right for the Low Kick and almost takes me out. And yeah, that was a pretty stupid play. And right here again, I decided to stay in. I mean, I could have saved this guy's Death Water for later, but I completely forgot that Ice Shard was a thing. So I kind of just lost Boom Man for no fucking reason, so that's terrible. So I go into Zoomerl, scare him out with the potential Aqua Jet, but he makes a great play, great prediction. He goes right for that slash, as I end up going for the Waterfall. I was pretty tempted to go for the Ice Punch, I mean, because he's he has the Rosary. He can switch it in any single moment. So he made a pretty good play there, and made a pretty ballsy play and just went for the nice last. Got a heavy hit on my zoom roll. Thank God he didn't get a crit. So now it comes into Rosary, and I'm gonna switch out because of course I really can't do much to Rosary, and he can just take me out with the Giga Drain, which he does go for as I switch Mary Jane. He gets a crit, which actually matters in the sense that I won't be able to make subs. Like you'll see what I mean. Set up a sub here because seeing as he had spikes, he probably is more of a defensive variant, so I'll be able to outspeed him. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, and I know for experience that won't take him out, break any of my subs from a defensive Rosary. So I decided to start setting up. I mean, he still has a good portion of his team left, but the Rosary really can't do much to me, and I kind of want to have a sub around for when the Heracross comes in, or the Swampert for that matter. So that way he'll be forced to go for the roar rather than for the attack. So that's great. But yeah, here I set up a sub, and I believe I go for the Psychic this turn. I don't go for the Calm Mind. I go for the Psychic because I know if he breaks my sub, I won't be able to make another substitute. So I want to go for the Sludge Bomb to take him out, but he survives with 10 HP. He breaks my sub, and after lefties, see right there, I don't have enough HP to make another sub. And that is where the crit comes in play, because if he hadn't crit me, I would have been able to sub down right there again, set up another Calm Mind, and then basically sweep from there. So I go for the Psychic here as he switches onto the Swampert. That was a pretty bad play on this part. I'm guessing he was trying to save the Rosary for later, or either that, he was hoping the Swampert could take the Psychic a lot better. But he really doesn't. It's a 2-hit KO. But in the end, it helps. It works out for him because Meloetta is no longer behind the sub. So I'm gonna be forced to switch out as the Heracross comes in, and whether he's scarfed or not, Meloetta cannot outspeed because I don't have enough speed investment to outspeed the jolly Heracross, whether he's scarfed or not. So I'm gonna be forced to switch out into Gligar here, the #1 counter to Heracross, and now is when he reveals that he's a Guts Heracross, which is even a lot scarier than a scarfed Moxie one. But good thing I still have Gligar around at good health, so he can take on Heracross just as dandy. Stoners does absolutely nothing, even with the Guts boost. So I can just sit here stall him out for days. Opponent here, he switches out into Chandelier, predicting me to go for the Roost. I kind of saw the Chandelier coming in, but I'd rather keep my Gligar at near full health just so I could combat the Heracross a lot easier. So ended up going for that. Here I switch it to Rambi, predicting some kind of like a trick or something like that, but he actually ends up going for the Pain Split. So I'm like, oh, it's one of those Chandeliers. So okay, he sets up a sub here. I'm not sure why. I guess he really doesn't have much else to do. Pain Split, Substitute, Fire Blast, and Shadow Ball. I think that's the standard set for that. So there you go. He sets up a sub. Whirlwind him out into Rosary, who just barely survives the rock switching, and he pulls the rest on me. Which kind of caught me off guard, but it's really not going to help him out at all because that Body Slam did a shit ton of damage. God damn, it did. I definitely did not see that coming. I did not think it would do that much damage. So now he's going to switch out back into Heracross. And I think I predict that and go for the Whirlwind. Yes, I do. I predict the switch, go for the Whirlwind. I was kind of expecting the Chandelier to come in to take the Body Slam. So there you go. Whirlwind him back out into Chandelier, get more rocks damage from that thing, so that's fantastic. Now here I'm gonna switch out, predicting the Pain Split, switch into the Azumarill, survive all those hazards with all the hazard damage, and he does in fact go for the Pain Split. So I'm sitting here feeling like a boss because I actually predicted that right, and he just made the safe play, and he had no choice but to do that. So now I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet because I've been kind of over predicting lately. And I don't want to lose the Azumarill just yet because I know he's going to come in handy later. So I take out the Chandelier. Comes the Roserade. Scares me out with the Giga Drain, of course. And I'm going to go right back out into Rambi, who can essentially just wall him for days. Thank God he didn't go for the spikes because, extra layer of spikes could have kind of crippled me. I mean, I still have a good portion of my team left, but still, just switching in and out like if we've been doing. All of that would have definitely come into play later. But anyways, go for the body slam and finally get the para hacks here. So what that means is that I will be able to take out the rosary the following turn without taking any extra damage. So that is fantastic. Down goes the rosary with the another body slam like I just said. And now I believe all that he has left is the hair across. So yeah, I think that would pretty much, the game's in the bag for me, pretty much. He misses the Stone Edge, which kind of sucks for him. But I don't take him out with the body slam. But, things look bleak as it is, so the game was in the bag for me anyway. So now I'm just going to be a douchebag, preserve the 5-0, and switch into Gligar. And just let Heracross die to the toxic damage. So that will be the game, guys. There you go. At close combat, that's absolutely nothing. All those defense drops, and then finally Poison takes his toll, and then Heracross goes down. So that was the match, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a really good match. I mean, there were a lot of predictions going on. I mean, my opponent made a kind of pretty ballsy plays, and they actually helped him out several times. And I was kind of over-predicting most of I kind of over-predicted a few times, not gonna lie. But it was a great match nonetheless. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And definitely stick around for more shenanigans in the future. Because I finally beat Fire Emblem Awakening, so I definitely have more time to do more stuff now. So, yeah. See you guys then.